Welcome. You're listening to John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. This is another one of our training videos for commercial real estate brokers and agents around the world. Indeed, if you don't know about us, you can find our website at commercial-realestate-training.com. And this is one of the videos that we put out there for, as I said, the brokers and agents that need help with their sales, leasing or property management activity in their market today. And that can be the market around the world in any town or city. So this particular video is focusing on setting up your cold calling system as a broker or an agent in your market today. Certainly in commercial real estate brokerage, the cold calling system should be well considered and set up for momentum. You do need to make lots of calls and track your progress as part of that. It is a personal activity and you can't delegate it to others. It's a skill that you can master and develop over time. So as I said, don't delegate it, get used to doing it yourself and practice it every day. In doing that, you will need to talk to lots of people, and typically that will be about 40 to 50 people a day. I'll tell you in a moment how you can do that. And put yourself into the process. You are the agent or the broker. You are the one who requires the listings, the clients and the commissions. So that's how it works. So let's have a look at number 2, top agents. Top agents make their own calls regardless of how successful they are now or have been in the past. They know the importance of connecting with their market. They understand the requirements to fill their pipeline of opportunity with fresh new contacts. Now that being said, the top agents connect with their market themselves. Again, I go back to the point that they put themselves into the process. And the top agents will have a pipeline. You also need a pipeline of prospects and also clients, the people that you can serve over time when it comes to sales, leasing and property management activity. Be versatile, understand your market, understand the listings that are out there and the ways in which you can help people, particularly for those unusual properties or those special property needs. Top agents are usually specialists when it comes to the property market today. So let's look at number 3. Remember this. There's one significant opportunity in the call prospecting process that you should understand and remember. Most of your competitors will not be doing it very well, if at all. The problem of call reluctance is quite common in the industry. Therefore, your other competitors, the other brokers and agents around you, won't be doing it very well, if at all. So if you can master the process and get that system going around you, you will have greater advantages in meetings and listing conversions. So, your competitors are not going to be doing it. You can master the process yourself. It just takes practice. It takes preparation. It takes research. But it's not hard. It's just a matter of putting the call process into your diary every day, committing to the 2.5 to 3 hours in your diary at the same time every day, so you create a habit in the process. And indeed, if you look at 10 agents or brokers, on average, only 2 of them will be doing the cold calling process each day. That's a remarkable opportunity for those that can get the skill under control. So let's look at number 4, the cold calling system. So here are some ideas to help you set up your cold calling activities and systems in your town or city when it comes to sales, leasing or property management activity. You can vary the strategies that I'm about to talk about based on your location, your working day and your property types. So here are the ideas to help you. Let's look at number 1. For the activity to be successful, consistency and persistence are definitely required. It's a personal thing. Every day you will need to be making some more calls into your area in a logical and controlled way. 50% of your calls could be to people that you've spoken to before. The other 50% of your calls should be to people that you have not spoken to before. Indeed, they should be new people. Set aside 3 hours for the process and target approximately 40 outbound calls in doing so. In doing that, you should reach approximately 15 people. From those people, you should be converting 2 new meetings per day. That's how the averages work. And certainly the averages will improve as you get used to making the calls. So let's go to number 2. Segment your market. When you look within your town or city, you will see segments of the market that are active and attractive to the tenants and buyers today. Understand the listings that they're looking for. Direct your prospecting efforts to those property types. Research the property owners and the businesses that are active and successful. Make the calls to the right people within those groups. Certainly it can be said if you control the listings in your market, that will be the properties that are owned by particular property owners, companies. When you control the listings, you control the inquiry. And therefore it always pays for you to focus on the property owners in some way or fashion as part of your prospecting efforts. Of course, you can also focus on property investors. They will be people that will be taking on a property for the cash flow that it provides and the capital gain over time. Then you can be looking at tenants, and they will be businesses within those properties. Those tenants will have certain property needs, and indeed every cycle of lease they'll either be renewing or relocating, and that's where you can help them. And of course, buyers require properties to either occupy or to create an investment over time. So they are the segments for you to focus on. I go back to the point. When you focus on the property owners and the property investors that own properties, perhaps some of these property owners are business proprietors as well. When you control the stock, the listing, you control the inquiry. And top agents usually do that. So number 3, researching the right people to call is always an issue. It takes time to find the right people to call, and particularly the property owners. They're just hard to find. Property owners, as far as locating the right address or telephone number, it takes time. Split your telephone prospecting activities between property owners and business proprietors. You may only be able to reach or locate 2 or 3 business owners per day or property owners per day. But you can do the necessary calls from a bit of research. Now, to go back to my comment earlier, as far as phoning 40 people per day, you can use the business telephone book for that, because there's lots of businesses listed in the business telephone book, and they will either rent or own the property in which they are located. It's far easier to contact lots of business proprietors from the telephone book. Some of them, as I said, will be owners in occupancy, or others will be tenants in occupancy. Ask the right questions. Find out what their property needs are, how they occupy their property today. And those that are tenants may even be able to share the name of the landlord with you. Maintain your focus and organisation on the right people as you do your calls and your research. So let's just look at these business owners again. The business telephone book will help you with that. You can get plenty of names and businesses to call from the business telephone book. Let's have a look at the property owners. I would say 2 or 3 property owners per day would be a good average to focus on. And the research behind that will take you some time. So that's why I'm saying only 2 or 3 per day. On the other hand, business owners, you should be able to do 40 of them per day. So that's researching the right people. So now let's go to item number 4. This is the document and tracking process. In making the calls, you should document and track your progress with simple, organised systems. The easiest thing to use will be a contact form or a template, just a simple form to use that you can fill out as you go. A single sheet of paper or a template with the required boxes for you to complete will help you in doing this. Certainly, when you can finish a particular sheet with details of someone that you've spoken to, you can move those completed sheets between labelled paper clips as you escalate the contact towards your database. So the completed form will go to a paper clip, and they'll stay on the paper clips until you're ready to enter them into your database. It's not necessary to enter everyone into your database unless they show a need or an interest in commercial property. So that's why I say start with a template or a form, and that can be completed as a result of your telephone call or perhaps your meeting. From that form, the details will be put on a paperclip, and perhaps at the end of the day you might have 5 or 10 particular forms to enter into your database. That's how you maintain quality in your database application and process. You keep the whole thing moving ahead by simply moving your template or form through the paperclip and onto your database. So there you go. That is the cold calling system and the stages around it. So you can use these 4 factors to allow the simple organisation that you require to get your call prospecting underway. They are the basic elements of a successful prospecting system. In commercial real estate brokerage, centralise your database growth through this simple activity. Over time you can see your market share grow successfully and continually. And I will say one final thing as part of looking through this topic. there will likely be a do not call register in your location. Normally, the do not call register will apply to private telephone numbers and private people. It won't necessarily apply to business owners, and therefore the business telephone book is still very useful for you to get plenty of people to call. However, respect the rules. Find out about the do not call register in your town or city and the legislation and the laws that you need to stay within. Don't break the laws. The fines and the obligations of responding correctly to people over the telephone are significant and real. So there you go. That's a video about setting up your cold calling system in commercial real estate brokerage today. This is one of many videos that we have, and indeed, if you want to see some other videos, you can go to our website and get plenty of tips, tools and ideas for commercial real estate brokers and agents. The website, commercial-realestate-training.com. Also at the website you can get a podcast which goes around the world. We send out podcasts about 3 times per week to brokers and agents, audio podcasts which can share information for you and help you with those other ideas as far as listings and client growth within your market today. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for listening to this today. This is John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online, and I hope to catch you again on another video relating to our great commercial real estate industry.